Hi Shilpa, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hi Shilpa, I have few doubts. Shilpa, can we take it?
Yeah, sure. Please tell.
So the thing is, Shilpa, you have shown some few steps which are used in interview, right? Which are like default steps which we will use. In the
Yeah,
similar, are there any steps, default steps for review stage?
for review stage. What happens in review stage itself, we will be adding possible stages of interview, assessment, background check. So generally those are added. That's why we discussed only about those BPs.
Okay, so if we add all those steps in the review stage itself, then we need not go and add some the same steps in the reference check stage or something like that, right?
Yeah, correct. Means when you're adding possible steps, it doesn't mean that all those steps will be executed for that stage. It means these possible steps could occur. It could be a framework for the
Oh,
organization where he can select all these one. Not all of them will be executed in sequence one by one.
okay.
You will
Mm,
see today a lot of doubts will clear. We will be moving candidate from one stage to another and you will see how we select it. So
oh,
let's get
okay,
started. Mhm.
okay.
Okay. Uh, So today we are going to start with the new topic of job requisition. So as you know, we have discussed what job requisition was. It's simply a request to search and hire a resource. So let's go into the tenant today and do a lot of activities over there. So I am logged in as an implementer currently. Okay, but I have set up my securities in such a way that I'll be creating the requisition, seeing their data, and moving them forward. I'm not a recruiter, but I've done some securities update. So where all I did it. So first I will go and search for the job rec BP. So the creation of job requisition was the first step in our flow, right? And after the completion of it, the job requisition BP should default. Okay. So I went to the default definition and you can edit the business policy for any job requisition BP for any support. It will reflect in all other job requisitions BP. So I went to view. So you can see over here. Who can create job requisition BP? Who can start the business process? So over here, I've put in implementers access. But ideally in client's project, they make sure that no other extra security group is given the access. Okay, my name is added up, Jacqueline. So see over here, I've added the implementers account. Okay, similarly, I will be making changes in this particular section as well. That was for web service. And if we want to initiate, means in the task section, if we want to see create job requisition, we will go here, edit. Does not require web service to Create job requisition sub-process also not required. We won't be using job requisition as a sub-process anyway. We will be creating the job requisition process. Then create confidential requisition. We'll see. Yeah. You can start the job requisition. Okay. Means implementers could be in the initiators list. Start job requisition. BP. Who can do action steps and business process. So over here, also I'll add implementers access. But ideally in projects, only recruiters and specific security groups get the access. Who can do actions on entire business process that we don't want to give. So review job application is also one of the steps. Rest all is not. So the basic access we have to give was of creating the job requisition. Okay, so this was the BP policy change. Now we will add access to some domains also. So the first domain is who will be able to see the job rec data. Means if his implementer is given the access to create it, he should also be able to see his job requisition.
Job requisition data means?
We will be creating a job requisition, right? So once that requisition is created, he should be able to see that requisition's data. Means what all candidates are attached to that requisition and in which stage they are, like that. It will become clear.
Applying to that and the information of the candidates.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So we are adding implementers so that we will be able to see and modify also. Done. Then there's one more. So this domain provides access to job requisition data. Then there's one other. Recruiting. So all the activities which will be present, recruiting activities. This domain provides access to the recruiting specific job requisition details for individual managing job requisition. This includes the job overview detail, job posting detail, and applied candidates. You will see how all these details will look like. So I'll go here. Modify. Okay. Done. Now we'll do activate pending security. Okay, so we have one task to make the changes effective. Similarly, we have one task, activate timestamp something, which restores the changes done. Means it takes us to the previous settings. Now I've created one SOPOG. Okay, so this is the SOPOG which I've created, and related to this, what all BPs are there which I have configured. Let's see. So I've configured access, assess, interview, job application, and job requisition. So let's go into the job requisition BP first before creating anything, because BPs should be set first. Okay, so over here I've given only 3 steps. One is of create position. This I have included because my current SOPOG is job management. Then review create job requisition. It will be redirected to all these people in the system. If I want to change, I can do so. Then the most important and the most mandatory step for job requisition is posting of job. Okay, so this I've given to the recruiter, but ideally this step is given to primary recruiter. We'll see in the setup of primary recruiter how we can add so, because there's no current primary recruiter in the system. Or if we want to make our own customized primary recruiter, how we will do it, we will see. So currently posting job will redirect to recruiter. And we have to make sure that these security groups are given some name to our SOPOG. Okay, so we'll go and check. We'll take manager and recruiter's name only. Let's go back to the job. So manager is already assigned as Neena Gupta. And let's see what about recruiter. Recruiter is also assigned as Carmen Cortes. Okay. Now I'll click on OK. And we will start with the process of job creation. So the task for it is create job requisition. So I'll just type the 3 words. I'll click on it. Then what is the first thing it asks for is the SOPOG. Okay, and it will inherit all the security proxy names and the job profiles, the company, cost center, everything. Okay, so I have not put in any company cost center. We'll see how we can do it. So I'll add my SOPOG, that is testing to department, and the work is my voice proper?
Yeah.
Then the first section it asks for is of recruiting information. So we'll go and edit it. Number of openings means for a particular position, how many people they can hire. So in my client's project, I have even hired 2 lakhs people. I've given the job opening for 2 lakhs people as well. So over here we can give for 20. Means 20 candidates can be selected for this job opening. And the reason for this job creation, we can include create job requisition administrative, and under this is not the correct reason. We always select this one, create job requisition, new position. And in this new position, requesting additional staff. Okay, take this reason. Then if you're replacing somebody, then what this replacement is for. Why we are doing the replacement. All these reasons are there. Then recruiting instruction. This is a very important field. It tells where we will be posting our job, whether post externally only, posting not required, post internally and externally, or post internally. So I'll choose this option. Then recruiting start date. Okay, it is not the posting start date, it is the recruiting start date. So even internally candidates can apply for this requisition even if it is not posted anywhere. And target hire
Shilpa,
date.
can you say that again?
For this one,
Candidates can apply, yeah, even if the job is not posted anywhere.
yeah, means
I mean,
this
yeah.
job opening will be available from this particular date.
Okay.
Let's suppose even if it is not posted anywhere, through referrals, the internal organization people can make candidates apply through referrals also. Okay, and let's suppose it is only posted internally. Only internal candidates can apply and not
Yeah.
externally. Means it
Yeah.
opens it opens the gate for candidates to apply either through any mode, referral, internal or external.
But it should be, yeah, but it should be visible, right?
Yeah.
Even if we are talking about a scenario like today, I'm opening this job requisition, it should be, is it like it shows on the company's website somewhere?
In order to be visible
How
on
can I
companies,
apply? Yeah.
when we are not posting it anywhere, only the existing organization employees can refer for the candidates, or what the agency users or the recruiter can reach out to candidate and invite them to apply.
Right. But
Okay.
is it, I mean, for that also to happen, it should be visible somewhere in the system?
Yeah, it will be visible once the recruiter reaches out to candidate and invite him to apply. He will get a proper message of all the description in this job requisition. He will get every detail for this job requisition. But on an own, candidate won't be able to apply if it is not posted anywhere.
Okay. So basically, this
Okay.
when this job is rec is created, it is available to the recruiter. He can go ahead and source candidates and
Yeah.
ask for referrals, right? But it will not be visible anywhere else.
Yeah, correct. So that's why we have included the post-job sub-process in the job requisition, because we generally in real-time scenario post the job requisition, but the meaning of this is different than posting start date. Okay. Okay, so the next field is of target hire date. By when we expect this job requisition to be filled. Okay, we expect recruiters to make effective deadlines in order to fill this job requisition openings by this particular date. So we have opened 20 job openings, right? So we expect by this date, all 20 candidates, suitable candidates will be selected. Okay. Then target end date.
What if we miss the deadline?
Means recruiter has to set up his security accordingly so that by this particular
Okay.
date, suitable candidates will be hired. Then,
Okay. I mean, if it can cross the date also, right? I mean, or is there anything that they need to do to keep a check? What if it is 20? Or what if it is 1st of March and only 19 candidates are hired? Do they check? We can edit it?
yeah, we can go to the job rec, and if some candidates are not hired, we can edit it also.
Okay.
But this is a heads up kind of a thing for recruiter. Then these two fields are not at all used. This one is sometimes used for referral payment plan. If somebody is referring, then what plan he will be getting for this particular job requisition. We will see this in referral section separately. Okay, so this is the plan for this job requisition. These are the referral plan. We'll see how we can create these referral plans.
Shilpa, I have one doubt.
Yeah.
In the recruiting instruction, it's not showing it as mandatory, right? So we can even leave it, right? So my
Yeah,
thing is any automatic value, is any default value taken for that, or is it completely ignored?
no default value will be taken. It will not be included in the description of job rec simply. But in case of referral job requisition, referral plan should be attached, definitely. And that is a different process. We'll see.
Oh,
When
no,
we'll
no,
talk.
Shilpa. I asked that post externally, post internally, that column, that field is there, right?
Yeah, it's not mandatory, but we are specifying it from our end also, that we will be doing it like this.
Okay, okay, okay.
And Shilpa, in this page, the target end date means when we are closing this requisition, right? That is what it
Yes,
means.
yes. And we generally don't set
Okay.
this date. We only set these two dates. For you, Bhavana, so this is not a mandatory field. We can even not select it, but it's better to tell it for more descriptive job
Okay,
rec. Okay.
okay.
Then we come to the next section, that is of job. Here we will be describing more about the job. So what will be the posting title? Let's suppose I'm hiring for the post of manager. Okay. Then justification is not required. Then job profile. So job profile, I'm taking the existing one for managers. So there are a lot of already created job profiles. We can also create our own and add it over here. So the task for creating job profile is create job profile, which you must have prepared. Then job description summary about this title if you want to add. So generally when we are selecting the job profile, right, all these details will come automatically. So let's suppose anything I want to do. This is the job description summary. This is the proper job description. Then proper job description, which includes the work X required. Let me go back and show you. Like over here about the job, we gave the description, right? So such kind of description we can give. So it might include experience, uncertainty, and stuff like that. An additional job description is generally not given, but as the name suggests, it can add a lot of more description. It gives the privilege to add more description. Then job family. for job profiles, this is empty because this job profile is not connected to any job family. That's why it's not popping up. Then worker subtype, it could be regular. Okay. And there are certain other options. Casual, fixed term contract, intern, long-term assignment, season, temporary. So we are preparing for regular. Okay. Then time type. Is it full, part-time? So for contingent worker, it will be part-time or even full-time also. Then primary location. Where will the person be posted? Mumbai, any other place. We can create our own location also. Then additional location, he might be required to go. Additional job posting location in case of transferable jobs where he will be posted. Then schedule, weekly hours. This you must have understood while preparing locations. The working hours per week. Then work shift. It is not applicable, but we can define over here. So the compensation details, they are getting by default populated from the job profile. Okay. Then the questionnaire section. So if we'll click on it, you can see we can add maximum of 4 questionnaires, 4 question categories. One is for the internal career site, and this is for the primary questionnaire discussion. Then internal career site, secondary round of discussion. Then external career site primary, external career site secondary. So we will see how we will be creating questionnaire, but for now I will select any questionnaire from here. Internal career site. Okay, it is already in use, sorry. So you cannot use primary and secondary. No. And then the required skills. If you're hiring for human resource, you should have HR leadership, HR policies, knowledge, workforce planning skills. Optional skills also we can add. Then the education, which is required, is he should be.
Shilpa, can we create some skill set, Shilpa? Can we add few more skills?
Yeah, we can add.
In the sense, in the work data, can we?
Yeah, we can. There, create, maintain.
Okay.
Then field of study, is it required? Yes, it's mandatory. Similarly, we can do so for any undergraduate course also. Let me add it over here. Field of study, human resource. Is it required? Yes. Okay. Then any language specifically required. So English. What is its proficiency? So what all categories we want speaking. So we have the options as well. So I don't think so we can create language based. No, we cannot, I think. Cannot create, I think. And this is required. Then any certifications required, like for country India. So I think we can create the certification section also on our own, because this is not the correct format. Create certification. Okay. Any specialty, add specialty. We can add. Then what is the work X needed, right? So HR Workday HR, then experience level 3+ years. Then competencies. So based on competencies, rating is defined. Building talent. So generally competencies are organization specific. Different companies set different competencies. Okay. Responsibility. Any specific responsibilities you want to add, management and stuff like that.
So Shifa, the job requisitions will be visible to the hiring managers also, right?
Hiring manager, yes. Yes.
Yeah, because there are some, I mean, I'm sure there will be some place where we could hide some details, because this also shows what level we are needing, what competency, for example. So
Yeah.
can we restrict what goes out in external system?
Okay, we'll see that. Okay. Let me check on that.
Candidates
See.
cannot see what level are we expecting, right?
Correct, correct. Then the next section is to add the organization details. So if the SOPOC has details, means we have not set any company cost center, so I think we can include anything. But ideally, it's not like this. Then the cost center. Okay, this is added. The other, we can even remove it. Also, we can only include company and cost center. We'll see how we can remove it.
What is the other here, Shilpa?
Other means other set of organization. So this is a custom organization. Let me show you.
Okay, okay.
Okay, we will look into this maintain organization type, and we will go to custom. And we'll go to edit. So the name of other Red Sea was the name. Okay. We will search for Red Sea over here. And we will just not select this checkbox. Show in change organization assignment and job requisition. This was selected, that's why it was coming. We'll click on OK. Or we should not click on OK because somebody must have created it. Okay, so like this, we can remove the option of adding others. Okay. Then I'll click on next. Then any kind of help text or guide you want to add over here, you can do so. Then we will be again reviewing whatever details we give. Start recruiting information, job details, justification, internal career site, questionnaires. So this tenant doesn't have the access of adding assessment, right? When we were discussing assessment,
Yeah.
we discussed that job requisition will have the option of attaching assessment test also, which will be triggered only when assess stage is coming into the picture. So this tenant doesn't have that access. Simply it's one section and there we put the assessment test. And it's not visible to the candidates, it is visible at a particular stage. Then we will click on submit and we will view details because it will lead to triggering of job requisition VP now. Okay. Now we'll see over here. This is the event created for job requisition VP. Okay. Now we will click on process and see over here. So this was the first step, job requisition initiation kind of a step which was completed by this particular person. Then create position, not required. I've kept it optional, that's why. Then review, create job requisition. So this is awaiting action. So I can log in as any one of them. Okay. And before going further, we have to proxy as one of the person. So ideally, what will happen? We are proxying it, right? But in ideal situation, this particular person will have his own credential. He will log in into Workday and see the work items. And then let me go security profile, proxy. Click on OK. Then I'll go to her inbox and I will be seeing this task of reviewing create job requisition. So whatever data we are giving over here, we can change it over here because we have given this person security group the access to even edit it and definitely approve it. Then we will click on approve. Let's go down and see training details. Then we will click on view details again. Process. Now post job. This is the last step. Okay. We will be discussing about posting of the jobs in detail in other sessions, but for now, let's see what basic posting we can do. We will proxy as this recruiter. We will go to her inbox. So over here, job posting site. We can select any external site. We will see how we can create these external sites as well. Then internal. Okay, preview job posting. Before posting it, we would like to see how it will look. So this is how it will be looking. Okay. We will click on OK. Then what will be the start date for the posting? End date, we are not keeping it. Then we can select primary posting option as well, means for the first time it was visible on this particular internal site and career site. You can do that. And what happens, or I think it will say that it is already done. Okay. Why it didn't selected internal? Because there's only one posting for internal career site, that is of the organization, and nowhere it can be shared. Like for external site, if we have posted primarily on LinkedIn, it can be shared on Naukri, Monster.com, Shine, like that. So we will click on submit. We'll see the details. Okay, we will see the process. Posting of job is done. We will go back and see our requisition now, how it looks. So this is how it looks in the workday. Okay, this is how it looks in workday. Recruiting start date, target hire date, primary location. So hiring manager is the manager. Okay, which is by default coming from the superorg. Then recruiter we have set, right? Now currently there are no active candidates involved. Otherwise the details would have come up over here. Candidates by active stage. So these are the stages, right? No active candidate is there. Now we will go to the job posting tab and we'll look out for the URL, which is not yet present over here. So we post it again. The task. Okay, ideally we have posted it before, so I'll go discard. I'll go to archive to see that it was completely done. Now I think let me R000684. No, just
It's 00.
okay. Okay, let me resend it and again do it without taking the primary posting details. Because over here in this tab we'll get the URL. Okay, I'll resend it. I'll go to the managers tab. That was near.
It's job requisition, Shilpa.
Yeah, I was searching for the event.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let me do one thing. Let me edit it. I won't. Okay, let me show you how the URL is there for other job requisition, and I will see why is it not creating the URL. This is the task, all job requisitions, filled and open. Both of them will come. Okay. So these are the requisitions already present. Let me click on this. See, over here, there is URL coming up for this job rec. So primary posting is not selected. Posting end date is not selected. That's right. And if I click on this URL, it will redirect me to some site where is it posted. So this is a testing environment they have created, some site. We can apply part-time, post-time. Not all the fields are populating from our job requisition. Only certain details will be populated. You will check on this requisition why it didn't got posted. That's because maybe primary recruiter was not selected. Let's move further with the next topic of spotlight jobs. So what are spotlight jobs? Spotlight jobs enables you to highlight the job with the customizable spotlight label. So this increases the visibility for positions that are critical or difficult to fill. So you must have seen on some external site featured jobs, right? So what it does, it is marked as a spotlight in order to fill it more early and in order to job the requisition, increase the efficiency of filling a particular job. That's why we add a label. So while creating job requisition, we didn't got any spotlight jobs option, right? That is because we have to do some setting. So for that, what I need to do, configure option fields. Okay, I'll go here and type the functional area of pre-hire. I click on this particular option. And the field which I want is Spotlight. So implementers doesn't have the access to add Spotlight job. That's why I'm adding this domain implementer. We'll be able to modify also. Yeah, over here. So in my tenant, in pre-hire process, we do the changes for Spotlight job. So over here, this particular option is hidden for all. We don't have to hide it, and it should be visible for a particular security group. And hidden for a particular set of people. Okay. Just click. Okay. So I cannot give the access of all security groups to see the Spotlight jobs. This week. Done. Now I will create again job rec. If I scroll down, here we can see whether we can mark this particular requisition as spotlight or not. Okay, so this is how we mark a particular requisition and as spotlight job. And if we want to see its usage, let's suppose find job is a report for internal career site. Okay. Okay, so currently, let's see, there's no filter for spotlight job. Okay, this is a standard report. So in order to see the filter of spotlight job, what we'll do, we'll copy the standard report. Click on OK. We'll scroll down and we'll see spotlight job text is coming over here. Then in the advanced section also I'll check. Over here also spotlight should be present. It's not present, that's why the filter is not coming up. So I'll add a field of spotlight. Okay. So any label override means this particular field will be visible by some other filter or other name. What I can do, and click on OK. Then I'll run this report. I'll scroll down to see this filter coming up. And currently there are no requisitions present in this, in this tenant, which are marked spotlight. That's why it's showing false 43. Means for all 43 requisition, it is not marked as spotlight. If we would have marked a requisition spotlight, let me check and show. Before doing that, let me see the BP for post, because our posting was not done. So I have not attached any post BP. Let's check. It has only one step. Okay, one step of that. Let me again create a job rec.
So Shilpa, if our support was position management, then all the data would have pre-populated, right?
Yeah, as per the position, correct. We generally add spotlight jobs for internal career site we have one other report, find jobs, external something. Over there, we can add the option of spotlight job as well. But we generally add this feature on internal careers. Let me add something randomly now. Then I'll check this one. We have not selected anything over here. That's fine. I'm not adding any questionnaires this time. These are not mandatory. Competency and everything is coming. By default from the job profile. Then next. Job requisition BP has triggered. Now it will be reviewed by one of these people. Let me log in as this person. Spotlight job, yes. Pro details. Okay, primary location start date is not this one, that's why I'm using it. Let me choose some other posting site. So I'm doing it externally. Why? Yeah, I'll look into this. Why is it not coming? There's some issue in the external side option, I think. Log as let me just discuss about primary recruiter setup, and then I'll log in as some other recruiter and create a requisition to see what happens. Now, primary recruiter is additional security group which we will be adding. First of all, we'll be creating and adding it in our job requisition process in order to lower the workload of the recruiters. Generally, in recruitment stage, recruiters and managers are assigned a security group, right? So we will add primary recruiter also. We can add that also as our one of the security group. Okay. So let's get started with creating primary recruiter. That is a role-based role. That's why we first need to maintain assignable role. Now let me add primary recruiter test. The workday role will be a primary recruiter. So I think in one tenant, only one primary recruiter could be assigned. If there would be any other, it will throw an error. It cannot be assigned to multiple assignable roles. So I will filter over here all our primary recruiter. Okay, so recruiter for job requisition and this particular person. So I'll be removing this role and we'll create our own assignable role. Actually, this particular recruiter, this particular assignable role would have been added in a primary recruiter's role. And that primary recruiter would be involved in some activity, in some job requisition. That's why it is asking us to not delete anything. If it's okay, I will not create one more assignable role. I'll use this one only. So I'll be using this assignable role only. Task security administration access, similar to that. So enable for job requisition. So we will be able to add primary recruiter, assign a role of primary recruiter only while creating job requisition. Okay. For recruitment purpose, we only added job requisition, but ideally we can also add support. Okay. But client doesn't allow us to add support over here. Supervisory. We don't do that. We only add job requisition. Click on OK.
So Shilpa, is that all the setup for the primary recruiter role?
No, we have more of it.
No, in this task.
Yes, only this much. Workday
Only
role should be primary recruiter and only one maintainable assignable role could be there.
okay. Okay.
Then we will create, create security. Okay, then we have to assign it since in job requisition, and while creating the job requisition we didn't get any option to assign role, so that option should be present in job requisition. So in order it to be present, what we need to do, we need to view business type. This is the task. Okay, this is not the task. Let's go to this domain. So why we are adding in this domain? So that in the drop down list, we will be able to see our created primary recruiter in the assigned role option. Okay, I will give it the access of modify. Done. Now I will type business type. I will go to this business process type, and over here in the policy, I will go here, configure consolidated template. Okay, effective date is this, and time. Then over here, I will put it down, assign role. Okay, now assign role option will come in job requisition. Now again, let's start with the creation of job rec. Let me now proxy as recruiter and create a job rec.
Shilpa, why did you do this configuration, Shilpa, this business process types and initiating groups? What is the
Okay.
purpose of this?
Okay, so first of all, primary recruiter we want to add in our recruitment section, and we can add that only in the job requisition while creating job requisition. So while we were creating the job requisition, we didn't get any option to assign roles. Okay, so by adding in this business process type job requisition, what we did, we added the assign role option. Like for spotlight job also, earlier we were not getting that option, right? We added in the business process policy. We make changes over there.
Yes.
Is it confusing?
Then here also you can add it in the business process policy only, right?
No, actually this is a bit different. Policy is different. If I'll show you. Hmm. Job rec PP. So while adding the spotlight job, what we went through this task.
Optional.
So over here we added this field and we gave that security groups will be able to see and what all people won't be able to see. So we added this feature over here. But if I'll see for assign roles, let me check if it's possible. It's not possible to add it over here because this is not workday defined. And we are just hiding and making this particular field viewable to certain security group. Okay.
Okay.
Means it is this particular field is part of job requisition creation. We are just hiding it or viewing it, making it available for it or not. But assigned role option itself is not present in the job requisition procedure. It is not present anywhere. We don't have the option to hide it or unhide it. It is not present. Okay. So we need to make changes in business type.
Okay, so we are creating the type only, means the default definition you're saying.
Yeah, means sort of type sub process we are creating.
Okay. Okay.
Then where we went, we assigned role. Okay. Now what I'll do, I'll start proxy. Or Adam, let me take. Now we have created a role of primary recruiter, okay, and we have added the option to assign the role in job acquisition. Now where we want to add our primary recruiter. So for that, first we need to make changes in the business process policy. Let's suppose I want to add him in the post job. So I will go and post job. See the business policy for that.
Shilpa, it is someone else, right? Proxy.
Yeah, but a recruiter should be able to see it.
Okay.
Let me check. Let me stop proxy. Can The full definition was it. I will go and change it. So over here, who will be involved in posting job initiation? Find the recruiter. Click on OK. Okay. Now what I need to do? I'll go to BP of job rec for testing too. So primary recruiter Shilpa is visible. So I have put in over here recruiter and primary recruiter both. Both of them will get the task mail. Yeah, so it's saying that no role is assigned to primary recruiter for this job requisition. So we have to assign the role of primary recruiter also because we have added in the post job. It will go automatically once we create. Now let me. Okay, that SPOG is not visible to this particular recruiter. And a more must. Yeah, I have created the superb from this person's account. Okay, and he's a hiring manager. That's why the recruiters were not able to see it, and implementers were able to see because we have added him in the create requisition task. Okay. Now let me check his BP. So job requisition BP.
Shilpa, can we copy the details so that it becomes easy?
Yeah, we can. I won't be making anything. I will just show you where the
Okay.
assign job option will come. See over here, now we have got assign role option, and I can click on edit and I can assign primary. So in recruitment, over here only we give the access to assign primary recruiter. Then assign it to anybody. Let's suppose Carmen itself. Or not Carmen, anybody else. Okay, so now the posting option will go to this particular person. Now let's quickly go to the slides and see. So job requisition. So set up job requisition. We have to give the access of implementer on these accounts. Set up spotlight job. We added the option to make it visible to the security group. Then find job report we saw where a lot of filters were there. We added spotlight filter. Then set up primary recruiter. We created a role. Then we changed over here in this domain so that the primary recruiter Shilpa appears in the list. Then we went to the business process type of job requisition. We went to configure consolidated template, and over there we assigned role. We added this option. Then what we need to do, if we need to add primary recruiter in any of these BPs, okay, we will change the business policies of these and add the primary recruiter role which we have created, that is primary recruiter Shilpa, into the business policy. Then we have confidential job requisitions also, which I'll cover in the next class. Now, this is the activity which you were supposed to do. Okay, please make a note. Create job requisition on your respective superb. So earlier you have been assigned a superb, right? 200 underscore Sadaf and 300 underscore Waham. So make a requisition over there. Mark requisition as spotlight. Then create a primary recruiter role and assign it to the requisition wherever you want to. You can assign. No, in the second step I've mentioned, add primary recruiter as the security group in the assess step of job application. So you have to go to your job application business process policy, edit and add the name of primary recruiter which you are creating, so that in the assess stage there will be the option to add him instead of recruiter. Then create a confidential job requisition. So we will discuss that after in the next class, confidential job requisition. Just go through, just to discuss about this time to fill report. Time to fill report is a report which checks the performance of each and every recruiter or primary recruiter. It tells for a particular period, means how many candidate he was able to source in these four categories. Means under 30 days how many candidate he was able to source, under this category how many, under this how many, and under this how many. So how we can define these number of days, how 30 days are calculated. That is done by going into edit tenant setup recruiting task. Okay, just go to that task and see we have 4 calculation tags, right? So calculation tag 1 maps to this under 30 days. So how 30 days will be calculated? So we have 4 options over there. Just check what 4 options are there. Then 30 to 59 days, 60 to 89 days is the calculation tag 3. Then 90 plus days is the other tag. This is how the report looks. Okay, so for this particular James Morey, he was able to source these many candidates. This is the bar graph. Now, if you'll see the drop-down list, it is showing over here. So recruiter. So we have in the report, time to fill report, added recruiter's role. We can similarly add primary recruiter. We can check that also. We can check hiring manager also. Okay. So James Moore, for 30 days, he was able to source 152 candidates. For next 30 to 59 days, he was not able to source anybody. Then 90 plus days, 14 candidates. Total count is this. So how these days are calculated, how these calculations are done, you will see in the edit tenant setup recruiting task. So this is the report. So where we can add any role we want to check their performance. Okay, recruiter is the role, right? Just go and check this task, edit tenant setup recruiting task. Okay, and complete this activity. Don't create a confidential job rec. We will see in the next day.
Okay. And Shilpa, one thing, why did we even create something like assign roles there? So what happens? Will primary recruiter become an in charge of that job requisition? Is that what we did?
No, he won't be in charge, but he will be able to participate in the steps, like what recruiter does. He is assigned some roles, he is assigned some steps, right? So instead of recruiter, primary recruiter will do those tasks. So we add primary recruiter only and only to lessen the burden of recruiter, because he will be getting lots of mail in his inbox, because he is generally involved in recruitment. That's why we have added primary recruiter.
Okay, fine. And later we have did another assigned to task, right? Where we assigned it to someone else. And what is that for?
Okay, so primary recruiter role we have security group we created. Okay, that primary recruiter underscore Shilpa is a security group, and we have to assign it to a person.
Okay.
That we did.
So if we had assigned that role in a super org, then automatically it would have pre-populated, is it?
Yes, it would have. But in recruitment, it is always generally the ask of client to add it in job rec only. While creating job rec only, we should be able to assign primary recruiter and not SUPOG.
Okay.
Because if we assign it to the SUPOG level, then all the job requisitions which are created using that SUPOG will be able to assess the primary recruiter. But sometimes we don't want to add primary recruiter for every job requisition. So that's why it should be job based.
Okay,
And
got you.
the posting which we're not able to do, I will check on that, and we have a separate topic for posting of jobs. So you won't.
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah. Thanks for taking.
Bye.